Hello everyone, my name is Mohammed. Welcome back to the garage. Today we're going to be installing a cold air intake system on my 2001 BMW E46 330. Now this is a cold air system made by Dinan, and if you know, they make really high quality BMW modification parts. The reason that I chose this particular system was because it was easy to install and it sat in the factory box location while taking a bigger, less restrictive filter and having an extra air duct for cold air flow. So we're going to go ahead and show you an unboxing, let you hear a little bit of an ASMR. It's my first time doing a voiceover, so please, if you have any ideas, any comments, thoughts, throw them in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to hear them and more than happy to implement them in the next video. Now, let me be quiet here and we'll get started on this unboxing. All right, so now that you had a little bit of an ASMR unboxing, let me talk about where I got the intake system from and what we're going to do next here. So, I got this intake system from ECS Tuning, and actually here within the next couple minutes here for you, you'll see an unboxing of I think it was a license plate frame and some other things I bought from them. But we're not sponsored, nothing crazy just yet. They're just a really good, provider of parts, and I pay full price for everything here. But as you can see here, the kit is very well detailed. I'm pulling out the instructions here, and it's a 8-page guide on how to install it properly. I mean, the detail put into the company um, for the product is truly magnificent. Um, would I say it's worth every dollar? Absolutely. And later on in the video, you'll see why. I mean, everything is just fits really well. Here you can see the installation and how it shows you how to install the extra brake duct or intake duct from the brake, and it tells you how to install everything, and there's just clear pictures, clear instructions, and even a parts list on the back in case you need any more parts. I mean, and they even include a sticker. Like that sticker is worth $270 if I'm being honest. But it is a very good intake system, very well built, very high quality, which is what I care about the most. Something that's going to be reliable down in the near future, something that can be sold potentially and gain quite a bit of that money back because of the reliability and the status of this company. So in this next part here, soon we will get into how to install it. It's going to be a pretty simple installation. I'm going to show you how to remove the headlight and how to drill the, and where to drill the hole for the brake duct. Um, but it's going to be pretty easy. Installation maybe takes about 30-45 minutes. As you can see here, I got some ECS tuning stickers for my car and a license plate frame from Turner Motorsport. I don't know, it just looked cool, I guess. But again, like I said, installation is really easy. There's really not much to it. Um, it's pretty straightforward. You take the old stuff out, you put the new stuff in, and the car functions just good. So this is going to be the first true modification episode of my build series that I'm going to be starting, um, which is going to showcase everything in about 3 seasons, what I do to this car, whether it's brakes, wheels, suspension, engine, trans, rear, subframe, diff, it's just everything. And I'll make a video here in the near future, describing what we're gonna do. But let's get into the installation. So, as you can see here, we have the hood of the car, and we're gonna simply remove the air duct by pulling these two pins out. Now, the one on the left-hand side has been replaced by something else, but I'm not sure. if the other cars come like that. Next, we're going to go ahead and remove these intake clips. Very simple. Simply push up on them and remove the clip. There's going to be one to the back. As you can see there, it's a little hard to reach, but with a little bit of finagling, yeah, I think you can get it. And there's one underneath that air duct as well. It is a little easier to remove the air duct first, and then you can get to that a whole lot easier. But I decided to go the hard way and unfortunately did not remove it. I mean, again, it's pretty simple. So, yeah, you see that getting removed. That is going to be that cold air, I mean, intake duct, you can call it. And then, see, boom, you can have really easy access to that clip. Um, Next thing you want to do is unclip the mass airflow sensor uh, and simply undo it. Mine was a, I think, 6 millimeter screw or a flathead. So basically, grab your flathead, unscrew it, and then it should come loose. As you can see here, again, grab a flathead, throw it on, and unscrew. The camera is a little wobbly because I am recording with one hand and I'm working with the other. I don't have a something on my chest to hold the camera, but there you go. If you notice that part here on the airbox, it's actually very well built and it's amazing. So this is actually a Canon drop-in air filter that was, with the car. So if you have never done this before and the filter is stock, you will notice more of a gain and more of an induction sound. Next, we're going to be removing these two screws here that hold the airbox down. We go into the toolbox here and grab some tools. I believe it is going to be an 8 or a 10 millimeter, one of the two. I forgot at this moment, so not exactly sure, but it's very simple. Simply not, let's not lose the 10 millimeter. Don't be like me. Uh, Throw your extension on and take the box out. Now, we are going to be reusing the box because the filter that Dinan has provided is only the top piece. Why they did that is to allow the housing to hold a bigger filter, and from that allows you to pull in more air volume. Now, also, when we do this air, when we tap into the brake duct, the brake cooling duct, um, for more air, it is going to allow for fresher air to come in. Because as you'll see here, it's going to be deep within the bumper. And the way they have it placed, I believe it's a low pressure zone that allows you to suck up more air as you're driving. Next thing we got to do is remove the headlight. So looking at this from here, it's going to be 8 millimeters. It's going to be an 8 mil. Use a long extension. I found that it was really easy to use a long extension, and from that, you could get access to all the bolts. So here, I unfortunately made the mistake of not using a long extension, but in the next part here, you will see that a section of it you're going to have to use the long extension for. It is just simply too deep inside the car to reach with, your regular 6-inch extension and a regular 10 mil. So we have one, two, three, and the next one here is actually going to be close to the grill. So this is where I believe dropped my phone and start looking for it, looking in the instructions because I don't know where it is. I've never done this before. Again, very, very clear instructions on how to install. Very detailed. Anybody can do this, to be honest with you. And with this guide, it should make it a whole lot easier for you to do. Um, so, like I said, we're going to be just getting back to the headlight, simply removing it, and from there, we can take the whole housing out and have access to drill that hole for the intake. Reasons that I got this intake over, let's say, an InGen or any other AFE intakes, those intakes are hot air. BMW does a really good job at designing things that work and that work good. And if you want to make them better, you take that original design and you study it real good. to make sure that whatever you're putting in there doesn't reduce power. So as you can see here, we're back and at the headlight. We have one screw back here, which is also a 10 millimeter that we undo. After that's undone, we could simply take that bad boy out and get to that last screw, which is going to be the most painful one to get out because if you don't have a magnet to actually hold the screw in, it's going to be really, really tough for you to get it out. I believe in the video once or twice I dropped it because I simply could not get to it. Okay, and we're back. I did forget to mention here that we do need a Phillips head screw to get to it. Now, you see the setup. It is a very, very crazy extension that I made just to get to this bolt. It is going to be very close to that headlight there. I'll show you the spot as soon as the light is taken out, but you can see it is crazy. I mean, you can barely see it in there. Um, Take a look at the back. Yep, there it is. It's right next to the coolant expansion tank. And let me tell you, there's not much space in between that coolant expansion tank and that headlight, especially for a guy like me with pretty big fingers. I mean, yeah, it's going to be really tough to get it back in there. And there goes the phone again. We'll get back to you when something interesting happens. All right, and with the power of editing, we are back, and the headlight is gone. As you can see, I'm showing you here where the position for the bolts are, or for the screws. It was overall a pretty easy headlight to remove. I mean, it's just that once that you do it, it gets a lot easier. And I know that that light is loose. Trust me, it's tight now. But again, those are all the connections. You have quite a bit of room in there to work. And if you look down there, there is that brake duct right there. Now, all right, now that we have the intake drilled, which I will show you here. All you simply do is insert the grommets. I used some silicone spray to make sure that everything was slick and it slipped right on. The box fit very well and the positioning was correct. Here I used a 2¼ inch, just like the instructions said, and everything fit perfectly. As you can see, there's no kinks in the tubing. I didn't have to shorten the tubing at all. I simply put everything on outside, assembled it, threw the box in, and that was that. Now, next we have the mass airflow sensor and the grommet or the bushing that has to go on top just to make sure that it fits over on the airbox. Now, you can use a little bit of silicone spray on it to make sure it goes in a little easier, but I didn't do that. And those are going to be the clips right there to make it easier. Did I just say I didn't do that? Never mind, I take that back. I did use silicone spray. And there we go. This is the final product of how it fits on. Again, a very factory look, which I love. Um, Again, it's the same airbox, so it's very well suited for what I like. And here is the finished product. We simply put the airbox back in, put the filter back on, clipped everything back in place. I mean, you can refer back to the video to see how we did it, but it was very simple. Um, the gains were absolutely magnificent. I mean, the car just picked up. The mid-range was really good. Also, the high end, you could hear the induction. Low end, really, really could hear that grumble that wasn't there before. And even on longer drives, when I pop the hood open as soon as I get home, I touch the intake. The intake is ice cold. I mean, there's like a good 30, 40 degree difference between what it was before and after. And I could probably find some clips for you guys to uh, let you hear it. But that's going to be video number one done. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. I really appreciate it. Again, without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. At the end of the day, I make videos for you guys to enjoy because I enjoy it and I want to share my passion with all these people out there to show them that not just, you don't have to make a lot of money to work on cars and have fun. I mean, again, I'm a college student and, you know, uh, the money right now isn't where it's supposed to, isn't where I want it to be, but here we are, still modifying cars, still having fun. And I want to show the world that you can do this too. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe, leave a like. That really, really helps. That if you guys do, the more you do that, the more I know that these videos are actually affecting people and you guys are watching it. And that makes me just want to put out more and more content for you guys. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. Same time next week. It's going to be a weekly drop. The next week's video is going to be really exciting because then I get to show you how to install the exhaust, and that will be great fun. Stay in the garage, keep wrenching, and we will see you on the next one. Peace out.